Video we will be discussing about integration of Mule with Telegram. So Telegram is a very stiff competitor for WhatsApp, and after the new release of WhatsApp policies for all the users across different countries, it has created a panic among the mind of all the users regarding their privacy. So I think like this is the right time to discuss this particular topic of integration with Telegram, because it is being now useful in different business services in which we are going to send the automated notification to the end users. So I hope to start with you are pretty much familiar with Telegram as well. It is quite similar to WhatsApp messaging platform, but it is more open in terms of policies and privacy. User related data is still much confidential and private to the user only. So without any further ado, let's get started. So if you search for Telegram APIs, okay, so just search for this and click on this Telegram API. It will talk about the bot API. Bot API is like robot APIs which you can create, and you can create some automated or predefined answers for certain queries. So it gives further options like to learn more about the bot API, click here. So let's go step by step, and it gives different options like if you want to customize notification, if you want a Gmail or GIF or different kind of bots you can create. But for this particular use case, I will be discussing a very basic Telegram bot and its integration with Mule4. Let's click over here, and this shows the entire release notes. So I hope you have Anypoint Studio installed on your system. Along with that, you have Telegram as well installed. So Telegram will look something like this, and if you click on the search button and look out for bot further, okay, so it will come up like this. Okay, now in order to create any new bot, what you need to do, you have to search for certain commands. Okay, so if you click on this particular button, it will give you different options. I'm just looking out for a particular option of bot. One second. Since this is a new bot, you have to type like this, new bot, and let's hit enter. So now it gives like already new bot and how you are going to call it. So you have to give the name of your bot. So ideally the name of the bot word should be there in the end. So what I'm going to do, mule bot, and now it's again asking me for the username, so I'm going to type the same, mule bot. Oh, this is being already taken, so let's try with something different. Mule demo bot maybe. Oh, it seems it is also taken, so I will try something different. Robot mule bot. How does it sound? Robot mule bot. Okay, now you can see this token has been generated. So this token will be very much useful while you are trying to connect with this particular robot mule bot. Okay, just make a note of it and click on the search button and type for robot mule bot, and you can see it is coming out like this, and you have to click on start, and from here onwards this bot will continue to be active, and you can communicate with this bot accordingly, and programmatically you can handle it as per your requirement. Now jumping towards our Anypoint Studio. So what I have done, I have created a sample Telegram based project. So what you have to do, you have to just simply click on file, click on new, click for Mule project, and give the appropriate name. Like in my case, I have given the Telegram, and You have to search in Exchange. If Telegram connector is not already downloaded, just click over here and put Telegram. It will take a couple of seconds depending on your bandwidth speed. You can just click on the add and click on finish. After once it is being properly installed, it will come up like this, and you can select the appropriate operations of this particular connector. One of the most important thing which I like to discuss, which will be used, as you can see, in each and every these flows, is the connector, that is Telegram connector config. So what you have to do, you have to just drag and drop one of these operations onto your canvas as a part of flow creation, and you have to click on this plus sign. It will configure the Telegram connector config. So let me show you quickly how it will look like. This will be by default populated API telegram.org, and within the secure token you have to copy paste this particular guy. Okay, I am just taking this an example. Click on test connection. It will take a couple of seconds, and you can see the test connection is successful. So this connection is now active, and you can make use of all these different operations. So one of the crucial thing within this particular different operations is the chat ID. Chat ID is, you can say, a session ID which is being used to identify a particular robot and the username password combinations. This is just to maintain the you can say the authenticity of a particular message. Okay, so let me show you. So this particular get update, if you just drag and drop over here, it will create a particular set of output which will contain a lot many things, like here you can see, right, result and message and the chat ID. This chat ID is one of the important thing which I was mentioning. So what I have done, I have just simply take out this chat ID, and I am going to store in the object store, so that every time I need not to call this get updates API. So basically I will store this chat ID in this key chat ID of this object store, and I will retrieve it as and when it is being required. You can see, right, if there is a particular format, retrieve, and then transform message creation. So this is the normal flow which we are going to follow. So there are a couple of operations, like you can send text message, video message, photo message, audio, animation, even you can edit those particular messages. So we are going to discuss more in detail. So send text message, you have to just specify the connector along with the payload, and the payload format will remain like this. You have to specify the text along with the chat ID. Chat ID can be retrieved using this retrieve object store operation, chat ID, and within the advanced, what I have done, the target variable I have set to OS chat ID, and the same is being mentioned as a chat ID, one of the element. Having said that, let's suppose I have sent one particular message, but later I came to know, oh, this is not the correct message and I need to edit. Then this edit text flow can be used. So quite similar, you have to just drag and drop the edit text message, and the transform message type will be the message ID of the previously sent message, just to make the correlation, and the new text message you can specify, and the chat ID will remain the same. Related to this, there is a delete message as well, and you can understand, to delete a particular message we need the message ID again along with the chat ID. So in the first I am going to discuss these three flows, and let's see how it goes further. Just make sure this is being up and running. I am going to send the text, but before that I need to set the context. So get initial context, so I am going to click the send button. This is the chat ID which is being generated, and this will be propagated along all the different flows. Okay, now send text message. I'm going to put hi as one of the message, and you can see this is the Telegram message, okay, on the messenger. And let me try to look out for my bot. So this is my bot which I have configured. So let me click on the send button and let's see how it responds. And you can see there is a notification and the message ID is 90. Let's quickly check if it is showing correct or not. So you can see hi. Now with this 90 I am going to edit the message. Let me cross check. 90. Okay, that's fine. I need to mention 90 over here and I will click on the send button once again. So as you can see, the message ID will remain same and it is being converted to good evening. So let's see if it is converted. Yes, it is converted from hi to good evening. Perfect. Now let's try to delete this particular message. Okay, I'm clicking on the send button and it shows okay and result are true. So it's blank. Those are being deleted now. Perfect. Now let's jump to the next use case. We have edited, we have deleted. Now we are going to send it photo. So photo, you have to just drag and drop over here, and in the transform message you have to specify the photo that it can be a URL or it can be a local file. Just in case if you are using it as a local file, make sure you are using the MIME type accordingly, that is multi-part, and it should be encoded XXX URL encoded. But for this particular use case I am going to refer one of the online hosted photo. So let me quickly go to over here and send photo. So this is a particular available from Wikipedia which I have picked up, and I will click on the send button. So 91st message is being published and I can see a new notification. I will click on the show telegram and you can see the photo is being sent, right? So send photo is working fine. Let's try to do one more thing. Edit caption. So send photo 91. I am going to edit the caption for the 91. Okay, as of now if you see, there is no caption, there is nothing written beneath this particular photo, right? So I am going to place hello just below it. But before that, let's see the edit caption. Yeah, this one, quite similar, just drag and drop. Important thing is the transform message. It looks out for the message ID, chat ID, and a caption which we are going to send along with the message ID. I will click on the send button. It is being published, and let's see, you can see hello is being printed now. So that's perfect. Now the next one is audio. So there is nothing after that, right? So let's go to the Anypoint project. So this is for the audio, and the important thing is the transform message. You have to just specify the audio as a URL. Again, it can be a MIME type. If you change it accordingly, you can pick up a file from your local as well, and you have to specify the chat ID as well. The formation of this particular chat ID is same which we are following for the rest of the flows as well, so no change in that. So this is a particular audio link which I have copied from GitHub page. Let's click on send button. So it is being published, and you can see the new notification as well. Let's see. So here you can see this is the 27 seconds of some correct. So it's been perfect. Now apart from video, we have audio, we have video as well. So what I will do, I will go over here and look out for video configuration. Quite similar, in place of audio you can specify the video link. Chat ID will remain same. So if I click on video, you can see this particular video link. I will click on send button. It has published the 93rd message. You can see a new notification. Click on, and you can see this particular video is started of 30 seconds on, right? So we are done with video, we are done with caption. Let's check for animation. So for animation, if you check, this is the send animation message. I'm trying to locate it. So this is the same. We have to look for this payload. In animation you can specify the animation link. So if you look for this particular, this is GIF which I have referred from Tenor, the same site which is being used in GIF for WhatsApp as well. So I will click on the send button and let's see. Yes, it is being published. Notification says the same thing, and yeah, but yes, it is being published. So I will go back. I had in main all of the things, but only this send media group is pending. So media group, as per my understanding, media group will comprise of multiple files which can be of same or different types, and it will send all these files in one shot rather than individual. It will create an album and it will publish the same. So let me show you the configuration of this particular media group. Should be here only. Yeah, this one. Quite similar. Just check for the transfer message. It look for the chat ID, and the media it will look for payload group message. So it is expecting the payload in a format, in a particular format, and this is the format like group message. In that we can have the multiple objects. You can specify the different media links according to your requirements. Let me click on the send button, and it has returned me a successful response. Click on the Telegram, and you can see there is a photo, there is one more photo, and there is one more photo. So with this we almost come to the end of this particular Telegram integration. I hope you like this particular session. It's been after a short while which we have created this particular session, in which we have expanded our knowledge around integration with different social media networks, like earlier we have done with Tivoli, WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn and whatnot. So this is in addition to that particular playlist, and I hope you like this video, and thanks for watching.